Picture this: you've spent weeks, maybe even months, glued to your trading plan. You're disciplined, you're focused, you're executing flawlessly. Then it happens. One loss. Just one. But it's not just a loss on your screen, it's like a switch just flips in your head. Suddenly, the plan is out the window, and you're caught in a hurricane of revenge trades. Before you know it, your prop firm account is blown, and the challenge is over. If that hits a little too close to home, then you've met what I call the day ruiner effect. This single phenomenon is the wall that separates aspiring traders from funded professionals. It's why the vast majority of traders fail these challenges. Some estimates put that number as high as 90%. It's not that your strategy is wrong, it's that your psychology is fragile. This video is about why that happens and how to flip that switch off for good. We're going to pull apart this emotional fragility and build a rock-solid, professional mindset to replace it. By the end of this, you'll have the tools to make sure that one loss is just a data point, not a day ruiner, and definitely not an account killer. Let me tell you a quick story from my early days. This one still stings a little. I was trading a tiny personal account, but look, to me, it was everything. I just found a new strategy, backtested it, and followed it with robotic discipline for 3 weeks straight. My equity curve was a thing of beauty. I felt like a trading god. Invincible. I was already mentally spending my prop firm payouts. Then it happened. A setup appeared, a perfect A+ setup, according to my rules. I took the trade, managed my risk perfectly. And it stopped out. On paper, it was a clean, valid loss. But it didn't feel clean. It felt personal. It felt like the market was out to get me. All that hard work felt like it was for nothing. A little voice in my head started whispering, "You can make it back. Just one more trade." I saw a half-decent setup, not really in my plan, but it looked okay, and I doubled my size to get the money back plus a little extra. That trade also lost. Now, frustration was turning into full-blown panic. My logical brain. The prefrontal cortex had officially left the building. My amygdala, the little almond-shaped fear center, was now running the show. I spent the rest of the day launching desperate, oversized trades, totally ignoring my strategy, until the account was gone. One valid loss triggered a total meltdown that wiped me out. That was my first real taste of the day ruiner effect. This isn't just my story, it's the textbook experience for most traders who fail. The real problem is emotional fragility, where your confidence is completely tied to your last trade. A win makes you feel euphoric and reckless. A loss makes you feel hopeless and angry. You wouldn't run a coffee shop this way, yet we try to run our trading business on this emotional roller coaster. So what's really going on in our heads when this happens? It really boils down to 3 things. First, loss aversion. Research has shown the pain of losing is psychologically about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. So, when you lose $100, the emotional gut punch feels the same as the joy of winning $200. That intense pain creates a desperate, irrational need to erase the loss now, which is the very definition of revenge trading. Second, ego and the need to be right. Every losing trade can feel like a personal attack. We take it as the market telling us we're wrong. This pokes our ego, and our ego screams to be proven right. So we jump back into the market to force a win, not because our strategy says so, but because our pride is on the line. And third, a lack of a post-loss plan. Traders who are fragile don't have a playbook for what to do when they get punched in the mouth. When you don't have a plan for dealing with a loss, your emotions will happily create one for you, and trust me, it's never a good one. This is exactly why prop firm challenges are so tough. They have strict rules about how much you can lose, often called drawdown limits. A single day ruiner meltdown can get you disqualified in an afternoon. And the firms know this. It's part of the test. So, how do we fix this? The answer isn't a no-loss strategy. Spoiler alert, that doesn't exist. Every single pro trader loses, and they lose pretty often. The real solution is a complete shift in your mindset. You have to learn how to lose well. The difference between a fragile amateur and a stoic pro is how they feel after a trade. For the amateur, their mood is a roller coaster, sky high with wins, in the gutter with losses. For the professional, their state of mind is the exact same, whether they win or lose. Calm, analytical, and focused on the plan. This isn't about being a robot and suppressing your emotions. It's normal to feel a sting after a loss. The key is to not let that feeling dictate what you do next. You get there by changing what you focus on. The amateur focuses on the outcome of one trade. The professional focuses on the execution of their process over the next 100 trades. When you start thinking in probabilities, you get that your trading edge only shows up over a large number of trades. One trade by itself is statistically meaningless. It's just a single coin flip in a series of hundreds. Even with a 60% win rate strategy, you can easily have a streak of 5, 6, or even 10 losses in a row. The pro expects this. The amateur is shocked and destroyed by it. This is what it means to anchor yourself to your process, not your P&L. Your job isn't to be right on every trade. Your job is to perfectly execute your well-tested plan, over and over again. If you do that, the profits take care of themselves. A loss is just feedback. It's the market giving you data. Your only job after taking a loss is to calmly look at the data and ask one simple question. Did I follow my plan? If the answer is yes, then you congratulate yourself on a good trade, no matter the outcome. That loss? It's just the cost of doing business, a business expense, plain and simple. You accept it and move on. If the answer is no, it's still not time to panic. It's a chance to see a flaw in your discipline, learn from it, and fix your process for next time. Either way, the loss becomes productive. It's tuition you pay the market for a valuable lesson. This is the entire mindset shift. It's going from, oh my god, I lost money, I have to make it back right now, to, okay, I executed my plan. The outcome was a loss. That's a normal part of the business. What's next? This detachment is your armor. It's what makes you resilient. It's what makes you a pro. A mindset shift is great, but it has to be backed up by hard, non-negotiable rules. Look, willpower is a muscle, and it gets tired, especially when you're stressed. You can't count on it to save you in the heat of the moment. You need a system. You need rules. Here are 4 simple, but crazy effective, rules you can put in place today to kill the day ruiner effect for good. Rule 1. The hard stop daily loss limit. This is your non-negotiable emergency brake. Before you even think about trading, you define the absolute maximum amount you are willing to lose in one day. A rock-solid starting point is 2% of your account. If you hit that number, you're done for the day. Close the charts, shut down the computer, and walk away. No questions, no one last trade. This one rule makes it impossible for a meltdown to blow your account in a single day. Many prop firms have a daily drawdown limit that might be around 5%, though some have different rules entirely. Setting your personal limit at a stricter 2% almost guarantees you won't ever break their rule on a bad day. Rule 2. The mandatory post-loss circuit breaker. After any loss, win or lose, you have to take a break. I'm serious about this. Minimum 10 minutes. And during that time, you're forbidden from looking at the charts. Get up, get some water, and do a simple breathing exercise. The 4-7-8 method is great for this. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and breathe out slowly for 8. This simple act pulls you out of that emotional fight or flight brain and back into your logical mind. It creates a critical gap between the sting of the loss and your next decision. Rule 3. The process-focused journal. Your trading journal shouldn't just be about P&L. It should be about how well you executed. Every day, your journal should answer these questions. Did I follow my plan on every single trade? Yes or no? Did I follow my risk rules? Yes or no? What was my emotional state, and did I let it affect my decisions? When you focus your review on your process instead of your profit, you're training your brain to care about what actually matters: good execution. This turns losing streaks from failures into a series of well-executed trades that just happen to land on the wrong side of probability. Rule 4. The keep it small 1% risk rule. Honestly, this might be the most powerful rule of them all. When you're only risking 1% of your account on a single trade, a loss just doesn't sting that much. It's an annoyance, not a catastrophe. It doesn't trigger that same level of panic and deep-seated loss aversion. This lets you stay objective and treat each trade as just one out of the next 100. It's what keeps you in the game long enough for your strategy's edge to actually play out. Breaking this rule is the number one reason traders fail prop challenges. They get a few wins, feel overconfident, and then one oversized trade wipes out all their hard work. These 4 rules, together, build a fortress of discipline around you. They are your system for becoming a professional and kicking the day ruiner to the curb. Look, building these habits isn't an overnight thing. It takes work. It's about forging a new identity as a trader. If you're serious about that journey and want to master the mental game, do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I put out videos just like this every single week to help you conquer the psychology of trading. At the end of the day, passing a prop firm challenge isn't about how much money you can make in a flash. It's a test of your consistency, your discipline, and your resilience when things go wrong. An overwhelming number of traders fail again. Some say over 90% because they let one bad moment, one unexpected loss, completely shatter their mindset. They are emotionally fragile. But that's not going to be you anymore. You now understand the psychological traps behind the day ruiner effect, the loss aversion, the ego, and the danger of not having a plan. More importantly, you have the mindset and the rules to build a new identity. Embrace losses as a normal, necessary cost of doing business. Anchor yourself to your process, not your daily profit. Implement your daily loss limit, your post-loss circuit breaker, your process journal, and your 1% risk rule. Do this, and you will transform. You'll go from being the market's punching bag to being a stoic professional. You'll stop being afraid of losing. And when you're not afraid to lose? That's when you become truly dangerous. That's when you become the trader who passes the challenge.